going on? What's happening? What's popping? What it is. Welcome to episode 28. Oh my God, is it 28? Jesus, are we on our Marshall Falk shit? This is crazy. Of the Millennial Masterclass podcast. You know what it is. With one third of the collective. I'm Tris. I'm up here, posted up in New York. And I guess we'll pass it down to hell, where the temperatures have been over 105 degrees. Let's see what's popping in Texas. Let's see.
Yeah, listen, if this what hell feel like, I ain't trying to go. I'm trying to get my life right because it's way too hot. It is way too hot. But you know, I'm just drinking my water. I've been in the pool, just trying to stay cool as I can, but
can only put your feet in. We heard you can't swim all the way yet.
I'm gonna say, do the listeners know that you've been taking swimming lessons? Do the listeners know? Like, so
I can stand in the shallow end, Sean. But yes, I started swimming lessons yesterday. It runs through next Thursday. So it's me and actually 3 other adults, and then we're surrounded by little kids. But for the most part, we have our own little group. So far, so good. I haven't drowned yet. And we worked on like front stroke and back.
Do y'all have a name for your group, or y'all call it like the cookout or some shit? Like, what is your name for y'all's group?
Well, I mean, I'm the only Black person there. But no, we don't have a name. We can be called grown-ups, I guess.
There's white folk that don't know how to swim?
Wow, apparently so. It's
wow,
two.
I had no idea. I had no idea.
Apparently. Well, you know what, Leslie? Oh, I cannot wait for this fucking moment. Let me just tell you. Wow. I have been waiting months for this exact moment. Remember when it was cold here and you was talking all that shit about perfect weather, Texas?
Yes.
You were going.
Say it again.
Yes.
For the people in the back.
Listen.
Now it's hell.
For the people in the back. Say it
again. Big old dog.
Oh, this is Wesley. This is my guy.
We were perfect weather in comparison to y'all at the time, and
now you're
hit that word perfect. I mean, talking all that shit too. Talking about my toes are out. Ooh, I'm gonna let this thigh meat show. Ooh, it's 72 degrees and it's clearer than a bitch outside.
Oh my God, it's cold where you guys
roast, motherfucker, roast.
I mean, but I never said it wasn't gonna get hot because I'm from Texas. I know it gets hot.
All I'm saying is all that shit you was talking came back to bite you in the hot ass. That's what it did.
Let me just say, this is not the same heat we grew up in.
Oh, stop it.
No, it really is not. Due to global warming, all that other ish, it's way hotter than it was growing up as kids. Like, it don't make no sense. We used to be outside from sun up to sundown and survive. Like, this is a different type of heat.
That's because y'all was running around on the playground. There was shade. You just stood in the shade. That was all that was.
No, we used to be out in the sun riding our bikes. We used to be rollerblading outside.
There was not no damn shade. I know people got about 14 shades darker in the summertime.
I used to be.
It always was hot.
Before I went to Howard and moved up there, I used to be about like 5 to 6 shades darker than what I am. But once I got up there and got, you know, in the cold and stuff like that, I guess my real level. If I show you, I'll send y'all old pictures.
Oh my God, like you live in Canada somewhere. Okay. Like I've been in the cold.
That's what it felt like that first winter, Snowmageddon. Oh, I thought I was in the Swiss Alps or something. I don't know.
That was a big nor'easter. That was crazy. Sean, what's popping in the DMV right now? I hear that we have
because I'm over Leslie.
I hear we have some rolling power outages and a big storm coming. Is that true?
Yeah, hopefully we can stay on because I don't know if I jump. Just let's cut that part out because that thunder has been scaring the fuck out of me, and it just be coming out of nowhere. They don't got like a little pre-thunder noise. It just boom out of nowhere.
We're not sending out this real time, baby. Keep going.
I'm gonna be so goddamn embarrassed. I just when I hear the thunder, I look over and jump and shit. Like, it's too much. But you know, when it rains like that, the breeze that comes with that feels so fucking good. Like,
I felt like you were about to give us some Carl Thomas. Summer rain. It felt that way. I still feel it.
My rain. That's the vibes. That's it. I'm gonna open my window and play that as soon as we get off this.
She said, I don't mind.
I'm done.
Oh man. Well, I guess we got to get right into it today because as I understand, we have a wonderful guest that's coming, but we're not going to talk about him just yet because it's not his portion of the show. But what portion of the show this is the portion of the show for the streets. So many of you belong to them. So many of you have been in the streets waiting for this information, and we got the person that has it. So let's give it to him. It's time for the bulletin board.
Wait, how you see people in the streets? Are you in them as well?
No. I passed by from the window. You can see it from the window. See it right from the window.
Right.
I'm on the 13th floor. I can see.
That's it.
Fine.
Okay. All right. So in today's first story, I like to call it Ho versus Wade. I thought that was a cute little play on words, but it's really HOV as in the HOV lane in Texas. Did y'all hear about this story? Okay.
I have not.
I think this would be a good debate, especially what's going on recently with the whole Roe versus Wade thing. So Brandy Patone was driving in the HOV lane, which is meant for at least 2 passengers. The whole purpose of it is to like cut down on, as how many cars on the road, emissions, all that stuff, so they encourage carpooling, right? So she was pulled over by a Dallas police officer who said that, she was going to get a ticket because she was the only passenger in the car and it needed to be at least 2 or more people in there. So she goes, wait a minute. She was like, I'm not alone. He was like looking in the car like, I don't see anybody. You're alone. She's like, no, I got a passenger right here. She's 34 weeks pregnant.
You got to read. So you got to start back 3 sentences.
The overturning of the whole Roe versus Wade.
You got to go back 3 or 4 sentences.
Should I go back to like where she was pulled over by the police officer?
Yeah, you can start there. Actually before that, maybe a sentence before that.
Okay. So Brandy Patone was driving in the HOV lane, which the rules are you need at least 2 or more people in order to be in that lane without getting a ticket. Dallas police officer saw her driving alone. He pulled her over and said, ma'am, I'm going to give you a ticket because you are the only passenger in this vehicle in HOV lane. And she goes, whoa. She was like, I'm not the person in this car. And he looks inside. I was like, I don't see anybody else. Who's the other passenger? She points to her stomach and says, my fetus, I'm 34 weeks pregnant. She's like, in lieu of like the whole Roe versus Wade being overturned, my baby counts as another person.
That's right.
To which the officer was like, no, ma'am, it has 2 bodies outside of the body inside the vehicle. Which I'm not.
You got to redo that. You got to redo that whole sentence. Go back 2 sentences.
Okay. So supposedly the officer said it's supposed to be 2 bodies outside of a body that had to be in the vehicle.
It don't say that.
It doesn't, because I looked up the HOV lane rule and all it says is like 2 or more passengers. It doesn't say like 2 outside the body. So
of course it doesn't. Nobody thought that deep. It definitely don't say that shit.
Exactly. So they still gave her the $270 ticket, which she was pissed about. The second officer actually told her, like, after the other officer kind of walked off, like, ma'am, I'm sure if you fight this in court, they'll drop it. You'll probably win. It shouldn't be a big thing where you have to pay. She was like,
but you got to pay court costs and shit. Like, that's bullshit.
Yeah. She's like, I got to waste my time going to court. You're over here being foolish. Which honestly, like,
no, that was the correct spirit of the ticket. No, she deserved that shit. But I feel her argument. But she definitely deserved that fucking ticket.
I don't think she deserved that ticket.
I don't think so.
Look, then it should be HOV plus pregnancy lane. Okay, then that's fine. That's fine. I accept
She's 34 weeks pregnant. She can have that baby today.
That baby has a fully developed.
Did she have it? Did the water break?
If she was
going to the hospital?
Pregnant, if she was 3 weeks pregnant, I'd have been like, nah, I ain't doing all that.
But how do I verify that she's 34 weeks pregnant? There are people that look 34 weeks pregnant, but are like less than that. Like, you can't verify that. Am I going to look at the ultrasound?
If you're 34 weeks pregnant, I'm sure you probably look 34 weeks pregnant.
What I'm saying is that there are women that are taller that don't look pregnant like that. Like,
but we're talking about her and she looked pregnant. I saw the
We ain't talking about nobody else.
She could just look fat. Let me see what she looked like. Was she fat? She could just look fat.
You sound like that man off the Breakfast.
She could just look. There have been times I have made this mistake before. I thought somebody was pregnant legitimately. I thought the bump was there. They were just fat.
So you thought they were 34 weeks?
I thought they was pregnant as hell, but she was just fat. It happens.
He's just trying to 34
weeks and this baby is fully fucking developed. Like, it can come out and be perfectly fine in 34 weeks.
Look, I am not an obstetrician. It's not my job to tell you how many weeks along you are. Am I gonna look at the ultrasound with you? Like, what are we talking about? Like, did I go with you to the office? She deserved that ticket.
So the point is, she looks obviously pregnant. Should that count as another person? Yes or no?
No.
Yes.
Hell no.
Yes.
Since the government want to play with Roe v. Wade, yes, it counts as another person.
I mean, I respect her argument, but like in the spirit of the HOV lane, You're by yourself, girl. You by
That's
yourself.
the spirit of the HOV lane.
If Tristan could have got pregnant, he would have felt totally different. Like,
oh yeah, he'd be using all of his
right. He would have definitely.
I mean, honestly, I would have just accepted the ticket. I'd be like, well, you caught me. It happened.
No, you.
I would have caught because you caught me.
Out of here. Look, I can't wait for this double standard to come through so I can call you.
I'm the type of nigga that I will put the dummy in the car to make it look like a person and be in the HOV lane. Okay, like I'll make it look like that. They catch me. They catch me. I'm not above it.
You did too much. You deserve a double ticket because you just
wait,
did too
what
much.
the fuck? Wait a minute.
You deserve that ticket times two.
I should not get a ticket for ingenuity.
That was
ingenuity.
No, you tried to trick them and shit. Like, nah, not yet getting 2 tickets.
Personally, I feel like if I'm by myself and my car is full, I should be able to get in the HOV lane. Personally. So I mean, if we're going,
why can't she be in it with her pregnant belly?
I applaud.
Your television and your fucking clothes in a suitcase count more as more people than her pregnant belly.
Because the car is more full. Yes, the car is more full. It's about emissions. It's about emissions. That's the reason the HOV lane there. The HOV lane is there to keep less cars on the road. So if a bunch of people by themselves are driving the HOV lane, that's more emissions. But if I have a full car of stuff and nobody else can physically possibly fit in the car, then yes, I think you should be able to be in the HOV lane.
No, that has nothing to do with nobody else. No.
That's not a good argument, sir.
Not at all.
Your argument
I mean, that's just because y'all want to be on her side, and I'm not mad at y'all for that.
No, it's because your side is incorrect.
No, right. You wanted to be
and
incorrect.
That's just that on that.
What's correct about it is the ticket you got to pay for.
So I don't understand what you having a full ass car has to do with other people on the road.
Absolutely. Nobody else can be in my car. My car.
Nobody else was going to be in your car anyway. Everybody doesn't have someone who is going to be in their car, so it doesn't make sense.
It's at capacity. And what if I have somebody else's stuff? That's what I'm saying. It's at capacity.
Look, this argument is dumb.
It's really not.
It doesn't make sense.
It's really
not.
The
argument is not about the car capacity. It's about the people. And she has 2 people in her car. You have one person and a bunch of shit.
She technically,
if you would have got a U-Haul, you still would have been one ass person, and you would have still been in 1 and 9.
That's a U-Haul. That's different. That's different. Now I have another space. Now I can be in the other lane. I'm talking about in my actual car. I'm not talking about a U-Haul. I'm talking about my car.
Moving along because your argument does not make a lick of sense, Tristan.
It's because y'all. Look, I'm not mad at her for being in the HOV lane and wanting to use the pregnancy. I get it. I really do. But they caught you this time. It's okay. Just move on. They caught you. It's okay. Use your 15 minutes, baby. It's all right. They caught you this time. It happens.
Anywho, moving on to twerking for votes. In the past week, this Black Rhode Island Senator Tiara Mack has gone viral on TikTok. She represents District 6. And basically, she posted a video on the 4th of July where she was literally twerking in the handstand in a bikini.
You haven't seen it?
No, I ain't seen it.
Man, you got to see that. You got to see that. You got to see it.
It's in the doc. Just click on where TikTok is highlighted.
It's a great video.
I didn't even know to click on that. Oh, is she thick? Okay.
Twerking on the handstand for votes. So at the video, she says vote for Senator Mack. She's trying to get reelected. So, folks was outraged. It was not even just the whites. It was some blacks who was outraged as well.
Wow. What are they outraged about?
Though. I wish I could do that.
Okay.
That's a lot.
She got a body strength that I did not have. But
yes.
She faced backlash from Rhode Island residents and just viewers nationwide because she went viral, who found the video out of character for what a U.S. senator should be presenting themselves as.
That's impossible. That's literally impossible.
These senators do a lot worse.
How's it out of character when y'all get caught doing all kind of drugs and stuff and touching on little boys and whatnot?
Sexual acts.
And then Trump was president. Fuck out of here. You better twerk for them votes. Twerk for all of them. Twerk for every single one.
The Rhode Island GOP thinks that Mack's twerking video brings negative attention to the state. Of course, it's Rhode Island, so not surprised. Instead of posting twerk videos, they want the senator to focus on serving her constituents by increasing the educational performance of students in her district instead of trying to get attention.
At the same time?
Right.
You can't do both. ¿Por qué no los dos?
And rub your stomach. But Mack's like, I don't care. She's not removing the video. She claims that she just recently joined TikTok and she's using it to raise awareness on important issues to her. And so she was like pretty much suck it. Like I'm gonna do me. You could like it or you
Keep
could
that
not. You can
same
vote for me, you
energy.
cannot.
Keep that same energy. I love that.
I wouldn't vote for her solely because she was twerking, but I don't really care.
It catches your attention to
I don't really care.
Like if Ocasio-Cortez decide to join the Jabberwockies tomorrow and do some cool shit, I'm for sure gonna watch that. That's dope as fuck. Are you kidding me? Like that's dope. And the fact that she could do it, and it's just because your old white ass can't do it. That's all this is. It just nobody want to see you twerk in a bikini.
Yeah, I didn't have a problem until you said like she's basically making senators look bad or something. Like y'all motherfuckers got some nerve.
There's so much y'all
that's
do.
like y'all we in a rehab and motherfuckers like, oh, you making us look bad. We are. I know you're not talking. Like, are you serious right now?
we shouldn't shame people for being in rehab now.
That's not what I said. But I
like
said
rehab shame.
You ain't got no room to talk if we in the same motherfucker. Like
no, but you're real. You're real. You're absolutely right.
I think it's like a matter of kind of like respectability politics, especially like in the workplace where the older generation still has that very much, oh, you have to present yourself as like the perfect person, doesn't do anything wrong, anything bad, versus like our generation and younger is kind of like, F that, take me as I am. This
what
is
kind of hair does she have?
Does she have locks? I can't remember.
You know, it low-key would have been better if somebody else like just caught her twerking versus her posting it.
No,
because then it looks attention-seeking. If somebody else posted it, they'd have been like, "Oh shit, Senator got cake." But yeah, I think it's weird though. I think that's very weird that she's doing that. I don't know. Are these braids? Oh,
no,
they
look
like locks. Yeah, they're locks.
Good. Because I was about to say, I hope she's not in no damn wig somewhere. No, she got her natural hair. Yes. Natural hair and you twerk. Because then I was going, because she was in a wig somewhere. I'm like, girl, now you over here trying, but no, now she don't give a fuck either way. That makes me love her even more. I love it. What's her name again? Say her name for everybody one more time.
But she wasn't even just regularly twerking. She was popping the pussy
on
the
hands.
Exactly. Like she's like, this is how I paid. This is how I paid for my tuition.
That's different.
This is how I paid for my tuition to pay for it just this way. I love it.
I'm got skills.
I love it. I love every moment of it.
I'm gonna keep track of her, just see if she ends up, winning and getting reelected, and just what happens.
Say her name. Wait a minute. So is she a GOP? She's a GOP senator.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, she's a Republican senator. Did this? I don't know how I missed that.
No, she's Democrat. No, but really? the GOP. No, the GOP.
Oh, they were just upset. They was hating. They was hating. Oh, okay.
I was like, you.
I was like, God damn, girl.
Right? This black lady with locks who was twerking.
I was like, you really don't want any more constituents to pay for your oh, okay, it's Democratic. Yeah, they're gonna give it some money still.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure. But shout out to Tierra Mack. We support you.
She said Tierra Mack. I keep thinking Tierra Whack. I'm like, that can't be her name. That can't be Tierra Mack. Okay. Shout out to you, girl. Shout out to you, T Mac. I see you, girl.
Not T Mac. Hey, what a
twerk on, girl. Twerk on with your locks. All that juice, girl. Keep twerking, girl.
Oh, man.
And you and supporting the community properly, though. Yeah, that's right.
There you go. There you go. So the next story I titled DoorDash No Cash. Do y'all use DoorDash?
I do use DoorDash. Yes.
I usually use Uber Eats. Sometimes I use DoorDash, but I heard about that shit so late and I'm pissed. I ain't got no food over here. I would have stacked up.
Well, I mean, it's kind of like the PPP loans. Like it was sweet when it happened, but now DoorDash come back for their money. So for those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, a glitch occurred last Thursday, which allowed thousands of DoorDash customers to make orders without verifying payment. But when you give folks an inch, they take a mile. People were ordering thousands of dollars worth of I saw liquor, I saw crab legs and lobsters, I saw Plan Bs, I saw all kinds of crazy stuff all over TikTok, and people telling on themselves.
But how did this information get around that fast? I heard about it so far after when it happened. How did niggas over here oh my God, DoorDash ain't verifying payment? Send it through the hood. Was it a nigga on a bike that rolled through the hood and yelled out? What happened? How did people get this information that fast? Exactly. He was Paul Revere or some shit. Said,
Not Paul Revere.
I
thought after the fact.
All you gotta do is put it on TikTok. My sister texted me about it late, but I was late already. Damn.
Yeah, did she take advantage? Well, no, don't tell you. Never mind.
Because you the cops? No, she did not.
Absolutely not. Why would she do some shit
not. She
like
didn't even
that?
Thought about it. The hell type time you on, Leslie?
Trying to get people snitched on.
Finish the story, please. Jesus.
Exactly. Damn, Les. The fuck, man.
Yeah, so I didn't catch on to it until I saw it going viral on TikTok, where everybody was basically snitching on themselves. Like I saw all kinds of amounts. I saw like $3,000. I saw $5,000.
Can I ask a question? Wait, what was the most?
11,000 from what
that's
I
fucking
saw.
ridiculous. That's a car.
Ridiculous.
That is a down payment for a house. That's crazy.
You asking to get caught at that point? Like
why do niggas snitch on themselves? Why is that? We love to do that shit. Didn't you just see about the nigga that made the rap song about the PPP loan or whatever? Yes. And he said we scammed $1.2 million. In the song he said it, how they did it, and then they took him to jail because of it. Yeah, fuck, man. We gotta do better. We gotta stop snitching on ourselves. We talk about
it's so goddamn dumb. Them niggas talk about snitches get stitches. Nigga, you the snitch.
That's what I'm saying.
Like what the hell? And then why niggas always gotta take a mile when you give them an inch? Like why you couldn't just get dinner for the night? You know what I'm saying? Why you had to go say hard?
But this shit happens
because they probably not gonna get the people that only took like $50.
Yeah, my thing is like DoorDash can track it. They still have your payment, your method of payment on file. They still see exactly what you're ordering. So what they started to do is send people's cards. So a couple of days later, what I started seeing trend on TikTok were these negative amounts in these people's balances because DoorDash hit them for what they owe.
Not to cancel that card.
That's what I'm saying. Like, why would you cancel the card? But like, as soon as this was done, I'd never have to use DoorDash ever again.
Nah, that's what happened when people did that Cash App scam. They just can never get Cash App again.
That's crazy. Yeah, but that's what keeps me doing right, because I'm like, if I try to do something like this, the worst possible thing would happen to me. You know what I'm saying? Like DoorDash will like charge my card a crazy amount. The feds will show up at my door, like something ridiculously and crazy.
The feds are coming to your door, Leslie.
That's how I stayed out of trouble. That's how I stayed out of trouble growing up. It's like I always thought if I did something, the worst possible outcome would happen to me, and I scared myself into being a good citizen and a good child.
You know, I believe in that because like there's a karma aspect that's attached to that, but at the same time, I feel like we talk ourselves out of some stuff from taking some chances because we were like, well, I should do the right thing. Sometimes the right thing is the thing you want to do. That's what the right thing is. Like, okay,
sometimes it's not.
No, seriously. Okay, I'll give you a good example. Like when Delta had that glitch in their system, whatever, and tickets were like stupid cheap. They were like $25 or something crazy. And so everybody bought tickets. So you're telling me you wouldn't have bought tickets for $25 or whatever? That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. And Delta had to honor it because they had to honor it. So that's what I'm saying. Sometimes when we're talking about, I want to do the right thing, sometimes the right thing is what feels right. Did it feel right?
That was the right thing. That looked like a discount.
Exactly. That's what it sounded like to me.
How was I supposed to know there was a glitch in your system? I thought you were doing the right thing by young travelers that wanted to get away.
That's what I'm talking about.
Like the Lord answered my prayer. God, is that you? Did you hear my prayers?
And see, DoorDash niggas just got greedy.
Of course, saying the same. It was crazy, Your Honor, because I was sitting there telling God that I wanted to go on a vacation. That was $25. That seemed like the Lord told me.
That's a sign if I ever seen one. He working a serious way.
No, I don't know.
Right. And my cousin sick in Atlanta at that same time.
Would. It was a sign.
Exactly.
Leslie, me and jail would not mix. I would be so damn. Look, I'd be on the stand like, Your Honor, I'm sorry. To the victim, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
You stupid.
That shit was so funny. I would have been singing my heart out to get off. Don't take me to jail.
He got off though. Yeah. He got off though. It worked.
I think he went to jail. He just got out now.
No, but he got a lesser sentence or whatever it was. They went easier on him for it.
He still serves some time. No, she ain't trying to serve no time.
Yeah, but like
I'm gonna hit him Mariah Carey note that'll get me out. Sorry. Because I'm not.
You stupid.
You know what? It depends though. Like, what's at the end of the tunnel if I go to jail? They're like, if you go to jail for like a year, and like depending on like the level of security, like if it's a maximum, hell no, there's no amount of anything go to maximum. But if it's a minimum security prison, and you're like at the end of this, you gonna get $2 million or whatever it is. We can talk about it. We can talk about jail. We can talk about it. Yeah. Okay. Sure.
I'm not going to jail for $2 million.
I'm good.
A minimum security prison. I'm thinking about it. I'm gonna think about it.
I want my freedom. I'm not gonna be no property of the state.
I mean, I won't be property to anybody who wants to have $2 million.
I'm good.
Did you ever see that movie Top 5 with Chris Rock? Like the movie Top 5 he did?
I never seen it. I heard of it, but I never
seen it.
I feel like I did. I just don't remember what happened.
The only reason basically he's this comedian. It's kind of based around a story, but like basically he's done all these like movies where he was Hammy the Bear. He was in this bear costume, and now he doesn't want to do it. Now he's getting back in the stand up, but no, he's not getting back in the stand up. He just released this weird ass movie, and so people are wondering why he's not funny anymore. Rosario Dawson's in it. She's interviewing him, but that's needless. That's not part of the thing. He's an alcoholic. And so he goes crazy in the store because he learns that the girl's kind of been playing him. And so he goes to jail, but he meets DMX. And he said, I was in jail 5 hours. And after talking to DMX, I never need to go back. Because DMX scared the shit out of him when he was in jail. So I was like, damn, is that what happened? You met some like wise, old sage-like woman? And she was like, little baby, you ain't got to never come back here, baby. It's crazy.
This ain't the life for you.
It ain't it, baby.
It was a whole range of women there. Like it was some my age, older women. One older lady was like, I only had one margarita at a restaurant, and as soon as I drove off, he pulled me over. I was like, oh dang, sis.
She lying. She had more than one.
Yeah, that's all I got for y'all this week. So I'm gonna keep my ears to the street and report back next week.
We appreciate it because those on the streets need that shit. They absolutely need it. What's going on? What's happening? What it is, y'all. Today we have a very special guest who is going to enlighten us on all things real estate. They call him a guru. They call him an expert. They call him the motherfucking man. I want to welcome and give a big Millennial Masterclass welcome to the one, the only Mr. Yves Jean Baptiste. Welcome, sir. Welcome to the show.
Hey.
We're happy to have you.
Thank you for having me. I'm glad to be here. I appreciate the invite.
You look good, brother. You look glad to be here. Beard is manicured, head is polished.
Hey, I need moisturize before I get on this camera.
Yeah,
you use beard butter?
I'm sure he does.
No,
what?
I definitely would.
It looked too good to not.
There's a little bit of all natural. I'm kind of a little lazy with my beard. I keep it, just put a little oils in it.
I'm gonna give him a break though. He's
take
a father,
care of it, wash
so
it,
cool.
shampoo, condition.
I gotta give you some of my I gotta give you some of my brother's products. He makes all his like beard products and then has the hairline. And
wait, by the way,
I still
let me look right in the camera.
Let me look right in the camera
when I say this, ma'am and sir. We still have no demo products for the show, so we can tell people how lovely the products are. I just want to let that be known right now. I'm looking right in the camera. Y'all know who y'all are. Y'all children are beautiful, just so you know.
They're gonna be here in a couple of weeks. So I'll see if they want to come on.
Good. I'm sorry, Yves. We had to do that. Was some housekeeping.
No. That is true because like it seemed like the perfect time to introduce the show's sponsor. And
there you go.
Exactly. There you go. Can't cut a promo if I don't have the product.
I got you.
But let's
get a perfect cutaway.
Absolutely. But brother, I know we have a lot to cover today and we want to dive into the lake, the ocean of knowledge that you have. So we're going to jump right into it. Les, take it away, please.
I thought we were going to start with a game.
You want to start with the game?
Oh, yeah. Okay. Get them loosened up a little bit.
We can start with the game. I was hoping we'd ask a few questions first while I was putting the last few touches on it, but that's fine. Give me just a moment. So, guys, today, we do have a real estate expert on the show today. I figured that we play a game that was somewhat based on real estate. And the name of the game is Name That City. So I'm going to give you clues, starting with a real estate clue. And then I will give you clues. And the first person to say the name of the city and the state, I need both, state and the name of the city.
Okay. You should have told me we were studying geography today.
Why would I tell you? So you could be ready? The fuck?
Yeah,
anyway.
Yeah, we have no idea what's going on. He surprises us with this stuff.
I got a globe right there. I'm about to cheat.
Don't nobody give a damn. Don't nobody care. I'm about to scroll. Okay. It's not going to help you. It's just not going to help you. But anyway, the first hint will be a real estate related hint. And then afterward, I will give you more familiar hints to help you get the city. And the first one to give us 5 cities and states correct, need the name of the city and the state, will be the winner of this game.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Right now, this average median home at the median price of a home in this area is around $600,000.
Washington, D.C.
Incorrect. But I like where your head's at. Actually, I mean, that's
Los
probably true.
Angeles, California.
Can I read the rest of the damn hints? Like,
Yeah,
you don't want some
I
more
need
hints?
hints? I do. Go ahead.
Damn, you want to fight?
It is the fifth largest populated city in America and also known as the Valley
Houston,
of
Texas. No, wait. Known as the what?
And also known as the Valley of the Sun. Their
San
basketball
Francisco,
team.
California.
Or Phoenix, Arizona.
Correct. Ding, ding, ding. Phoenix, Arizona. Valley of the Sun, fifth largest populated city in the United States at 1.7 million people.
Oh,
according to the 2020 census.
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay, 1 point for Yves.
Something tells me this might be a sweep, and I'm looking.
I mean, probably he has the knowledge.
I don't have like every city's knowledge. You know, you focus a lot of your time on just the general DMV area. You're trying to master this area where you're going to actually help people.
That's real.
One of the most populated cities in the United States. This part of the city, the median price of the homes is $2.4 million.
Washington, D.C.,
Los Angeles, California,
New York City.
I'm gonna need you to be a little more specific.
New York City, New York.
A little more specific in this part of the city. Correct, Manhattan. Thank you, Manhattan. Good job. Thank you. Good job.
Well, y'all been down there, like haven't y'all been to Manhattan? Like it is nothing.
Well, the island of Manhattan actually is not even the most populated part of New York. I mean, the most populated part of New York is Brooklyn and then Queens. The island of Manhattan actually only contains 1.7 million citizens, but the average price of the homes is the highest in any part of the America, and the average price is $2.4 million for a home. So,
I believe it.
It's a whole thing. So now, and mind you, this information is pretty current, is as up to May 21st. So this is all pretty current from this year.
Okay.
All right.
We believe it.
How do we want to do this next one? Because I feel like it's going to take y'all forever to get it, but we're going to go down. We're going to go down this road anyway. It's fine. Anyway, one of the top 10 populated cities in the United States. This city lays home to a barrage of culture and is home to the real life Mighty Ducks. Oh, and the median price of homes in this city.
Was that Minneapolis, Minnesota? Was that where the Ducks were? I don't remember.
Incorrect. But the median price of the home here is $1.28 million.
Where the fuck are the Mighty Ducks from? That's a movie.
I don't remember where they were.
I don't know where they were either.
Oh my gosh. I'm sorry. That was another question. I'm getting two questions confused. I meant to say the Sharks.
Like the actual animal?
What? San Jose, California. Ding, ding, ding. You are correct.
What the heck?
What the hell is the Sharks? What is that?
Is that a team?
The Sharks are their hockey
team. I think that's a hockey team.
Sharks are their hockey team.
Oh, no, you're trying to go with sports clues.
Hey, San Jose doesn't have much else going for it. I had to go
But
there.
hockey, as that, we may have gotten basketball and football, but hockey, don't nobody know that. I would have guessed.
You know what? I think it's because I've been to a hockey game recently, so it's just
it's on his mind. I fucked up, and I'll tell you, the Mighty Ducks are in Anaheim. The Anaheim Ducks. That was the question. That was the next. It was one of the bonus questions that would have been hard. Anaheim is a little tougher to get.
I wouldn't have got that.
Exactly. That was what that was. But we messed that one up, so it's okay. It's all right.
We or you?
We're in this together. Look, it's not bigger than any one person here. I just want to let that be known. All
right, 3-zip.
Okay. This city is actually one of the highest rated cities for Black folks to establish a professional career.
Houston, Texas, Atlanta, Georgia,
Washington, D.C.
Up from Marlboro, Maryland.
None of you niggas have gotten it. None of you niggas have gotten it. I just want to put that out there. Can I give another clue?
Yeah, let's get a hint. Right.
It is the capital of the state, and
Austin, Texas.
Okay, it is the capital of the state. It goes by the nickname of Naptown. Wow, y'all don't know nothing about the Midwest. That's crazy. Y'all,
Chicago, Illinois, St. Louis, Missouri,
Naptown,
St. Louis, Missouri.
Napa
is home to one of the biggest races all year in
Kentucky,
NASCAR.
Louisville. No,
in NASCAR. I said
Oh, I thought you meant horse racing.
Indianapolis, thank you.
Indianapolis,
thank you very
Illinois.
much.
So yeah.
Indianapolis, Indiana.
Oh,
Indianapolis, Indiana. So that's a half point. Damn, we can't give half points out, so you don't get it. Goddamn.
Yeah, ladies are hard.
You corrected him before he had a chance to correct himself. You could have just told him it was wrong, and he could have guessed the right
That's
answer.
a good point. That's a good point. So maybe I should give you the point because that's 3 points for you.
Yeah,
right?
I think you should just give him the point.
I mean, he's already leading, so might as well.
And it was
is that 3 or is that 3 or 4 for you? That's 4. Oh my gosh. Jesus, this might be a sweep.
This
I really was joking.
I'm so sick.
I was actually joking. But that's okay. All right. Now this one, this is for all the marbles, I guess. This city, the median selling price of a home is $384,000 on average, which is a 23% up, which is a 23% increase over the past 10 years. This
Miami,
city,
Florida?
No. This city.
Up. I don't know.
Okay. All right.
Sorry.
Not 384,000 in Miami. Son.
This city's Crown Sports Organization. Okay, I wasn't sure if everybody jump in. Recently hired the first female Black president of
Las Vegas, Nevada.
Oh yeah, the Raiders. I knew that one.
You can't get that over me, man. I posted that on my page. That's exciting.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Chocolate at the top. Oh yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm really excited to see what she does with the team. I hope she gets rid of Derek Carr. But look, that's for another show. It's for another show. But shout out to Mr. Yves Jean Baptiste, our winner today of Name That City.
Yeah, no, that's surprising. I thought, I did not.
Actually,
competition wasn't that hard. Competition wasn't hard.
There is a bonus question as well, though. And this one's
okay. Can
important.
if me and Leslie get it, can we win?
Let's put our brains together, Sean.
Okay.
All right.
Let's go.
This city, founded by Jean Baptiste du Sabo, that should already be enough right there. But
New Orleans, Louisiana.
This city, founded by Jean Baptiste du Sabo, is the hub of the Midwest, and the third most populated city in America. Chicago, Illinois. Exactly. Exactly.
Soda win.
Jean Baptiste du Sabo is a Black man. For those who don't know, go look him up.
I don't know. That sounded like it was like.
I did not know Chicago was founded by him, but that is dope. That is dope. Look at Jean Baptiste doing great out here.
And that was exactly why I included the bonus question, just for that reason.
I should get that though. Like that, out of all the questions, I should know that.
Honestly, I thought you would. I really thought you would. That was why I let that bonus question.
I did not know. You know what, I'm not gonna lie. I don't do a whole lot in the mid. I don't do a whole lot of looking in the Midwest. I treat it as like my coast states, and I'm like I've been to Chicago once. You'd have thought I'd have picked up the history while I was there.
You just gotta go to the DuSable Museum. It's nice. It's nice over there.
Oh, for sure.
That was fun.
That was
a good one.
Were we informed by the game? Did we learn some things, guys?
Oh yeah.
I learned that I don't know shit about geography.
I mean, that's real. That's real. This was less geography based and more so what's in the city though itself.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like so much where the city is, but like what's in the city. So like, and plus they were slanted toward our guest, of course. I wanted to make him feel comfortable,
Well, there's no better way to feel comfortable than winning. So there you go.
Exactly.
You put that on the shirt, right?
Oh, I'll add it to the merch.
That actually is a good shirt idea though.
Mm-hmm.
That is.
I'm already on it. But congrats on winning, Yves. No surprise there. I figured you would. But we're so happy to have you here. We just wanted to kick it off by just having you tell us how you got started into real estate. Like what piqued your interest, and I guess kind of tell us what year you started and just how that journey went for you.
We want all that information, all of it.
So I'm a pretty open book either way. So even if you came and asked me, like just randomly, I would tell you, I started in real estate back in 2018. So that was my first, introduction. I had looked into all different forms. I was already home. I bought my home in 2017. So I wasn't a licensed agent at that point. I just had a nice experience with the realtor that I worked with, and that wasn't, and I actually had even a realtor before that was not the greatest, but that was, I don't want to throw any shade out there, but
you can throw it. This is a place for that. You can throw it.
Yeah, I'm not that type of guy. I'm not that type of guy. I like to put out positive energy. So, but I did learn, you know how like you can learn what not to do from somebody. That is what I learned from Agent Line. Things not to do. And to have a certain level of professionalism. Yeah, there's always room for a good time, but there's times where you got to really show the client how professional your business actually is. So that's what I learned from him. And then the other side of it, I had a realtor who was super professional, buttoned up to the nine. But then I also understood the power of education because he knew everything and he would just walk me down the path. But you know, like teaching you became another thing. So that's what I kind of like learned, the little things they're missing, but then also when you deliver that in professionalism, what it should look like, the good example of that. So I buy my home, have a great experience. And then soon after, I started Airbnb my home. I look at wholesaling in real estate. So I took an entire roundabout tour of what to do in their industry, got up to a super host, you know, and was essentially getting passive income each and every month from my own property that I was living in, and decided that I would love to see what it looked like to be an agent. And back in 2018, that's when I decided to get licensed, right around the time of the birth of my first child. So that all lined in right together, just packaged that chaos and decided that was the moment that I wanted to jump in. And so when I started real estate, I was what we call a dual career agent, where I'm working a full 9 to 5. And then I'm, you know, working on being an agent at night, because at that point now I have a family to feed. You know, when you jump into being an agent, there's no guarantees for anything. So I couldn't afford not to have any guarantees on the table, you know, when you have a family back home. Well, you know, my kid at home isn't going to appreciate if I go follow my dreams, but then now that means she doesn't get to eat. Wouldn't work. You know, so, but throughout that time that, you know, having been in real estate each and every year, I've progressed, got better, learned the skills that I need to move on to become a better agent, and become one of the top agents in the DC area. So that was that was wildly important to me, having that success, so I could make that step away from the 9 to 5 completely. And you have to believe it, but then you also have to put that goal there, put the work in. And then I've also even bought investment properties in that time. So I practiced everything. I practiced what I preached. If I was telling my clients to buy an investment property, it's because I'm also buying one. If I tell them it's a good time to buy, it's because I still believe in the long-term goal of real estate. And so I ask questions geared towards that. So that's kind of how this entire journey got started.
Okay. Well, you kind of started to touch on the next question I have for you. So at what moment did you realize, okay, now I feel comfortable enough to step away from my 9 to 5 and really pursue this full time? Was it like a dollar amount that you reached, or a number of clients, or did you just need more time to pursue it full time?
It was honestly, it was a mix. So I went full time at the top of 2021. So right after, you know, we've gone through essentially at that point almost a full year of the pandemic, you know, I think February. So in October of 2020, I put in my 3-month notice to my job at the time.
That was kind.
That was very
you know, it was kind of because I was hoping that they would just say, you can go now. I was kind of eager to get started.
I'm gonna say they were receptive for 3 months. They weren't like, hey, buddy, that's a little early. You don't want to, like, did they make you find your replacement, or what happened with that?
You know, I was working in sales for that from prior to even getting in real estate. I was working for a company doing business to business sales. So I was in the top. Yeah, I was in the top 20% at that time. So out of 200 plus sales reps. So they're looking at it from a standpoint, and when you're in the top 20%, that means, yes, they pay you good money, but they're making, you know, really great money on the back end from your sales. They're like, they turned around and said, how much longer can you give us?
Yeah.
We want you as long as we can have you. You don't have to leave. You know, you can keep doing what you're doing.
And you're like, no, I can't.
Said, I'm good, y'all.
That was really my answer. No, I'm burnt out a little bit today. I'm burning the candles at both ends. I want to do real estate full time. That brings me joy. I no longer get joy from the 9 to 5. I just happen to still be good at interacting with businesses and finding who are the people that are involved and then helping them with solutions that make sense for them. That allowed me, when I gave them that notice and they were gracious, and then also it was strategic. I gave them the notice of January because I knew all the benefits landed in January. So as long as you're on the roster come January 4th, you get all of the employee matches, stock bonuses, all those items hit on January 4th. So although I hope that they would let me go and I'd be able to really chase real estate and I'd chase it in like at the full-time category, the fact that they let me stay that long and let me phase my way out, so they rolled back my work as I got closer to January, it ended up being a benefit. But it also shows how important it is to, although while you're chasing your real estate dreams and your dreams outside of your 9 to 5, to still put on a really good performance in your 9 to 5. I wanted to be great at both angles. So for me, the time where I knew it was time to transition was when I had bought 2 investment properties during this time period of 2018 to 2020 when I let them know that I was leaving. So I bought 2 investment properties. Those properties were bringing in passively $2,000 a month after expenses. So I knew that money now was coming in. And I'm no longer in the same situation when my daughter was born. There's money that's going to come in no matter what. And I refinanced my home. So now my living expenses are right there with what I'm bringing in passively. So now that fear of what happens if you go a couple months without a sale becomes mitigated, because you know that there's going to be money coming in regardless. And then on top of that, I was now averaging a sale each and every month. And I just had a month where I had 3 closings in a month. So, you're having your clients, and in that standpoint, I'm doing a great job for my clients. I'm advocating for them. I'm taking all the lessons that I learned from my previous realtors, but then also within Keller Williams and that whole atmosphere, I took all of that training and education and was pouring that into the people that I was helping. So client 1 that bought a property with me is now buying number 2 and number 3. So they're getting educated. They understand how to level up in the real estate atmosphere. So more importantly, my base of business is growing. I have more people reaching out to me. I have referrals, and those individuals are looking for you to help them, and in more capacity than I was before. So I had to put systems and processes in place, but I felt really good. I had myself and a transaction coordinator. I knew I had tractions. I had multiple deals coming up in the next year. And I knew that once that period transitioned and I was able to leave my 9 to 5, I knew that I was going to have business going forward on top of the recurring revenue come in. And that's when I decided it was good to make that switch.
Man, with the plan, it all makes sense.
Yeah, at first it was a dollar amount. I said I needed to earn, $70,000 in a year doing real estate, but the problem becomes you have to put in so much time outside of your work to do that, that you end up getting burnt out really, you can end up getting burnt out really quickly. It didn't happen for me because I started to understand the points of leverage and how to not do everything on my own, and how to bring people into your business that can help it grow. But I saw how it could happen. And once I got to the point where I felt good enough to make that jump and not look at my clients like a paycheck, but actually look at them as human beings that you need to help achieve their goals. And I felt like, okay, I'm at that point, I've been giving them that energy since I started, because I was dual career and I knew I had all these different things rolling. But now when I'm making this change currently, I'm still financially secure and able. So now it's literally about you, the client. How do I help you achieve your goals in the best manner possible?
Yeah, and it sounds like you set yourself up by purchasing multiple properties where you had that passive income coming in to give you a little more leverage. Like, okay, I can really feel comfortable stepping away because I still have this income coming in. So it sounds like you went about it the right way.
Yeah, and I never understand when we have like real estate agents that don't own properties. As an agent, I feel like you need to own a property, and the best time to do it is when you're an agent yourself and you're able to go and check out properties first. You're able to see what's coming soon. You can make offers quicker, faster. You have all the inside tracks. And
can you pay yourself never understood it. If you're your own realtor?
Yeah, so I know that the commission and depends on, you got to talk to your brokers and all those other items. I can't speak for everyone and every brokerage out there, but I know with my broker, if you're buying a property for yourself, you can waive their cut for that specific property.
Okay, so I just had a question that popped into my head when you mentioned how a lot of realtors don't own property, yet they are real estate agents. Is that because I guess like as a realtor, you're not a W-2 type of employee, and I guess like when you're purchasing a house, they want to see that W-2, income coming in. Is that probably like the reason why a lot of realtors don't own their own homes?
And I can say that there is something to that, because obviously, so when you're a W-2 employee, which means you're getting paid by a company, you don't own it. Banks love to see that.
Yeah.
Banks love to see that specifically. So you're far more likely to get a loan if you're a W-2 employee than you are a 1099. And then it's also even the way that they're going to look at the income. If you made $100,000 as a single person, just directly from a W-2 job, you're an accountant or you're an engineer and you made $100,000 last year. Even if you have some write-offs, they're not even going to look at that the same way. They're going to take all that $100,000 worth of income, subtract any debts that you have. If you don't have any, even better, they're going to take all of that and then apply that towards you being able to get a home. If you're a 1099, they're going to study your profit and loss statements. So they're going to want to see how much do you actually net each month, and they're going to take that net number and they'll do the same on your taxes. So for 1099 employees, obviously they want to reduce their tax liabilities because they got paid pre-tax. So what ends up happening is that a lot of them will, or a lot of individuals that are 1099 or entrepreneurs, will take a bunch of losses against their business and be left with a little amount that they pay taxes on. But to the bank, that's what they're going to loan on. They're not going to loan on the 100,000 you brought in, even if it is all legitimate money. Regardless, they're just not going to value it the same way they do somebody from a W-2.
So you're saying,
I didn't know that.
So you're saying we should sell drugs on the side to mitigate those costs?
That is not what he said.
That is not what.
Okay, I'm just checking. Okay, it just seemed that I was trying to read between the lines. I was like, ooh, so
stop reading. Stop.
I don't think that was between the lines, but
okay.
I think that was a different book.
I would say what you do in your spare time is up to you. That I don't think that's.
Who said the drugs were illegal? Nobody said they were illegal.
I didn't.
Sir. Drugs just have a negative connotation to it. Period.
See, that's between you and the drugs. See, that's different. That's all that is.
Drugs.
That's your business.
Well,
look, that's your business.
Maybe you meant being a pharmaceutical rep, because technically that's what they're doing.
Okay, I like that better. That sounds nicer.
That's where I'm gonna go with
a recreational pharmaceutical rep, of course. Yes, an urban recreational pharmaceutical rep.
I gotta be urban. Anywho, so you mentioned how like you really love being a real estate agent. You enjoy real estate. So tell us what like your favorite part is, but on the flip side, what's the worst part about being an agent? Give us the real.
The best part is dealing with people. The worst part is dealing with
people.
I'm
gonna say dealing with people, because you like the best part is really dealing. Like I get to meet some incredible individuals, and there's like this Instagram reel that I think I've been sharing all the time, where he's like, "Why are you up so early?" And he's like, "If you were gonna meet who I'm gonna meet, you'd be up early too."
I've seen that one.
You were going where I was going, you'd be up early too. And that's how I feel waking up in the morning. I feel just like that. Like I have some incredible people that I'm meeting on a day-to-day basis, and to be a part of their lives and help them accomplish their goals, and then I get paid for it. Oh yeah, that's awesome to me. That's exactly what I want. That's what's so rewarding. That's what made me devalue a 9-to-5, because it was so rewarding on this side and then so bland on the other side. But that was just for me in my career and where I was at. And this just seemed like, if I'm going to do the same thing and interact with people on a day-to-day basis and then consult with them and then figure out creative ways for them to get from point A to point B, and then that's how I make my living, then that's exactly what I want. And I knew that, and I went after it. So that's the best part. When you have some crazy people on the, because you deal with, there's just so many individuals that you're dealing with all at one time. So you'll have you're working with the buyer, you're working with the lender, you're working with the title company. And then that's just you on one side. And then there's somebody else mirroring you, typically in residential real estate, where they're mirroring you on the other side, dealing with those same exact people. And we're all coming together. And for a little time, we are all in the same business. We've entered into a collective partnership to work together. And not everybody is on the same page at all times. And in dealing with those multiple personalities and in getting them to the ship, that can sometimes be the worst part. Or when you work with people that don't know where they're going and then don't take your direction.
Right.
Most people that come to me do not come with a polished up plan on what they want to do. They just show up like, I want to buy a house, but I don't know where to start. Great. Come to me. I'm going to help you figure it out. Like point A from start to finish. I'm going to get you there. You take a note, take notes, listen, and then I'm going to give you an action plan and execute it. Yeah. So just the people that do it and follow the plan and do the things in a timely manner that have the most success. So when you're dealing with those individuals that have unrealistic expectations or have multiple people in their ear that are not contributing to the purchase of the home, that's when it starts to get a little crazy and just out of touch. And that's sometimes the worst part. And just also when you're working with people that aren't professional, and because that professionalism is needed. And don't get me wrong, I love having a good time. I am one of those people today. I call the day we settle on the home, I call it champagne day. Because I always get a bottle of champagne. It's champagne day. Some choose to pop it, some choose to take it home. It's up to you.
Does anybody ever busted on the side of the house?
Sir.
Wait, what was that?
Has anybody ever busted on the side of the house? Like this is the maiden voyage.
No.
The bottle?
Not the house they just bought. Like what?
Most people want the content inside of the bottle. So
because you break a bottle of champagne, like a bottle on a ship on their maiden voyage. So I was just like, some people were like, let me bust on the side of the house. Like this ain't
Carnival. You're not doing that.
There are many better cruises than that. I'm just mad that was the first name that popped into your head, but that's fine. Moving on.
I was really a little tickled when you said that there's a lot of people, when they're buying the home process, they have a lot of people in their ear that are not contributing to the funding of this. Like, I'm sure that that's hard to deal with. Like, do you ever interact with those other people? So like, let's say your client is like, my mom thinks this is a bad idea.
Put on the phone.
Yeah. Do you like talk to
talk about it? Tell me why.
Okay.
Back it up with statistics. I'm going to come to you with statistics. If you say it's a bad time to buy, well, I'm going to pull up with the statistics. If Fannie Mae's saying home prices are going to rise next year, and the Fed's announcing that they're going to raise the interest rates between now and the end of the year, so tell me when's going to be better to buy it. How's next year going to be better than this year? Or when? Point the time and date that is going to be awesome for that individual to buy a home. And then point at that and then tell me why. And then when you ask people to really logically draw it out for you step by step, they can't. So then when I go out and do it, then how are you going to knock me? Because if I point out stats that say that it's still a good time to buy, then that's what I'm doing. Because historically, when you look at the interest rates, they do go up and down. But the whole point of it, you have to look at the monthly mortgage payment. Look at that. And then does that work for you? And then look forward beyond that. What can you rent the home for? What would the home be in? Where do you think that those home prices are going to go in the next 5 years? Start to take a look at the whole picture. So when you have, I typically get around that because I take it head on. I ask them to bring those individuals on the showings, on the calls. So if they're going to be in your ear, let me know. But I also let them know, it's like, look, I've been shopping. My family is from, like, the name Yves Jean Baptiste. Family's from Haiti. They're in your ear, whether you like it or not. I've just gotten used to drowning out a little bit of the white noise. Like, just tell me, I hear the information but I make the decisions and I take in the information. But as a grown man, as a grown woman, you're going to need to make that final decision and make sure it's the best for you. Because listening to other people that aren't where you want to be. And that's also what you have to look at is,
that was a key right there. They're not where you want to be.
Okay.
I have no problem if you're going to take advice from somebody and you're going down their path and you want to follow their path and get to where they want to get to and you're following their advice. That makes a little bit of sense. But I know for a fact that, you know, I when I was doing my home search, everybody was telling me, and this before I became an agent. Now nobody seems to advise me. Nobody wants to seem to have that type of conversation. But, you know, when I was going through that process, everybody was telling me what they thought, where I should get, and all those other items. But none of those people are going to live in the home. None of those people were putting money towards the down payment. So that's where you need to turn around and look at, what do you want to be happy? What do you need? What is this investment going to look like for you over the next 5 years? You know, because I have a vision of what I want to achieve. And if I share it with somebody, it's not for you. Like, if I share it with you, it's for your 2 cents. If you volunteer your 2 cents, I'll just hear the information, but I'm going to go in the direction that I'm going to go.
Yeah.
Based upon factual research, numbers, data.
Not like my auntie said, this is a bad time to buy a house.
Okay.
Because people say that. I'm telling you, when I was in my process, people tell you everything. And then you're like, you never even purchased a house. How are you going to tell me this? But,
yeah. So, I mean, the next question you start to ask is, how many properties does your auntie own? You know, like, so are they contributing? or my biggest question has been, are they contributing to the purchase of this home?
Right.
Okay. And
that's just it. If they're gonna, if she's gonna give you 20 grand, you probably got to listen to her. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
She's giving you 20 grand towards the purchase. I'm gonna listen to her. You know, like, because she can
pick out the paint color at most.
Yeah. If you give me 20,000, you can pick out the paint color if you want.
I mean, that's a whole down payment right there. So I mean, you're doing something.
Right.
And so you have those individuals where they have somebody coming in and contributing that. So they are like at that point, I'm treating them like both of them are my clients, because I've got to find something that works for the both of them. Now, if that person's not contributing monetarily, then at this point, you got to remember, they're advising you, but they're also not helping you. Like they're just giving their 2 cents. You're the one that's putting your blood, sweat, and tears towards this. So make sure you're just not blindly following orders, but keeping your eyes open. Take the information that they give you, file that in one side, take the information I give you, file that one side, and look at all the data, put everything down on the table and make the decision that's best for you. And I always tell my clients that make the decision that is best for you. I will never be offended at that, because that's the reason we're working together, is because you believe it's the best decision for you. Like, so if that ever ceases to become the not the truth, then, you know, make that next best decision. So that, I mean, but I come from a value perspective. I want to provide value, and that's ultimately how, at the end of the day, why I have become more successful, is because the more value you provide, the more people feel gratitude, and they want to show their gratitude, and they ask you, how can I help? How can I support you in what you're looking to do? And because I help them get to their next stage in life.
Okay. Well, can you talk about like the perseverance required in order to like be a great real estate agent, and also like basically just from where you start and you really have to hustle to where you finally start seeing the fruit of your labor, but also how do you find that like work-life balance while trying to build up this business?
So I live in complete honesty. The perseverance required is immense. You need to have so much grit and so much like tenacity, because at the end of the day, most people know about 3 or 4 realtors, like off the top of their head, damn near, you know, that they can just pull up and reach out to. So what makes you stand out above them? You know, what are you doing that those people aren't doing? How are you connecting with the people around you? So that just starts day one. But secondly, it's just the amount. You're going to get a ton of no's. You're going to get you're working with individuals, and those individuals have agendas, and sometimes those will change without, you know, life circumstances will happen that will prevent you from being able to really help that person. You know, I was helping somebody look for a property, and they all of a sudden their job transferred them to somewhere across the country. Well, I did everything right, but that still is that's still a situation that sucks for me, but it's great for the person. Like, hey, your job's gonna now relocate you. They're gonna pay for all these things. You congratulate the person. I said, you know, congratulations. I'm happy for you. They got to their new city. You know, like, we still talk, we still hang out. I go see them, from time to time. It's like, we make the best of it. And then you know what? They sent me a referral. It's awesome. Like you have to, but things aren't going to always happen on your time, but you have to put forth so much activity without ever seeing a return, in just the hopes that people are seeing you move in a positive manner. And somewhere around like 2019, I remember telling myself, I'm just going to put out nothing but positive energy. And I am just going to hope that it all comes back to me. I know it's life. I know there's going to be a little bit of things that come wrong, but I'm hoping that all the positive energy I see and I continue to put out there comes back to me in ways that I haven't seen. And that's literally what's been happening. I mean, personally speaking, I've seen my net worth triple in the last 3 years.
Come on, triple
right now.
Yeah, like that.
But I mean, that's been the biggest thing. It's just been the work. When you talk about work-life balance, I really don't know too many of my friends that have outworked me over the past couple of years. That just hasn't happened. It's not like accident, like I got lucky and woke up and hit the right lotto numbers. It's literally each and every day making the sacrifices. People are going out to brunch. I can't make it. I've got to work. Like I've got to put forth this work. I'm not where I want to be. So, and making those sacrifices on a day in and day out basis, especially when I was a dual career agent working a 9 to 5, I was putting in at one point 70 hours a week. Ooh, so, and you got to put that, and I want to putting in a 70-hour week on a 1, 2, 3, 4 week basis over the course of a month is extremely draining.
Yeah.
And the biggest thing about that is when both my jobs were people related. So you can never have a bad day in front of somebody. Like when you get there to somebody and they're looking to buy their home, your day can't be bad.
Yeah.
You can have a little bit of a sucky day, but you got to move past it really quickly because they want to ask you about how you're going to help them make their life better. So they don't want to hear anything about how your day's going bad. I'll bring it up in passing. Oh man, this is what just happened yesterday. And they're like, oh man, that's so bad. But no worries. Today we're focused on getting you taken care of. But when you come with that approach, like when you come there and you're about them, regardless of whatever is happening. And so it takes that mental fortitude to have, like, I don't know if you've seen that meme with a dog and it's all the fire burning down around them.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Everything's fine. That's what it's like to be a realtor. Stuff's just burning down. Like it'll all work.
This is fine.
It's fine.
And then over time though, the way to do it is to put systems in place. The reason I had the first thing I brought on as a hire was a transaction coordinator to help with all the administrative functions doing real estate, doing the back end, doing the front end, doing all the things that allow me to now be in front of people for a longer period of time, to not have to worry about all those things. So as a realtor, you have to put those systems in place, but then it's also for your clients because your clients want your time. The only way to give them that time is to have things in place to take the BS off of your plate. But mentally, oh my God, the level of perseverance you have to have, you have to be able to block out everything that happens in your day and be the best version of yourself at all times.
Yeah.
That sounds stressful.
I feel like we have to learn. I feel like we have to learn back in our enterprise days with customers.
Yeah, it goes back to that point. Like anybody that's ever worked in customer service, it's no different than any customer service job. Like those people, like if you're having the worst day ever, have you ever gone to a restaurant and your waitress is having a really bad day and you can tell and she's making get out on your table?
Yes.
Like nobody wants that. Like
right. That is very, very true.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, we know you had a bad day, but you still showed up here. Like if your day is really that bad, stay home.
Seriously.
Brooklyn is in the house. That's right. Well, I'm in Harlem, so really not, but whatever, it's fine. Y'all, it is time to go outside. It's time to get loose. Time to stretch out a little bit. It is time to let all the air out your lungs and yell outside because it's time for reset.
That was a lot. But all right, first up in our recess, we have music. Now I know the only Muni Long. First of all, let's talk about the fact that her name is Muni Long. It took me forever to realize that that's what Deb said. I was calling her Muni Long the whole time.
I still call her Muni because I don't like money.
Project
I don't like
out
it.
called Public to Space.
You don't like money.
You don't like money, or you don't like
her name. Her name is Money.
Like
What's
that.
up, Money?
I'm not saying who don't like money.
Who?
I mean,
like,
she's just like, oh, this capitalistic system. Fuck money. Like,
I mean, it's not great. It's not great. There are better options. You're not wrong, but no, I would prefer her name be Mooney because that would be stand out. Yeah, Mooney, girl. Call me Mooney.
It's just annoying. Like you could have just spelled like money if that's
right. Exactly. Spell it right.
So fucking annoying. But anyway, she has a new project out called The Public Displays of Affection 2. I know that she has one. Another single is called Another, which I really like that song as well. Yes, I really like that song. Those are the only two I listened to, but so far, I mean, she's starting off on a good note. You know, sometimes it'd be like those singles are good and the rest of the album is trash. Let's hope that's not the case. But I don't know. I see good things for Muni Long.
Does she not give you like a more popular Tidra Moses? You know, like when you're listening to her, she just gives me like I'm a more radio friendly Tidra Moses.
I can get that. This Public Displays of Affection 2 is basically just like a deluxe version or extended version of her Public Displays of Affection. So she just threw another 4 or 5 songs at us that have been circulating on like TikTok and radio and stuff. But it has like Pain, Another, Crack, Baby Boo, which her and Sweetie just released a video for that. So right now is Money's time and she's capitalizing on it. She's definitely doing her thing. So shout out to her.
Will she be on tour at all this summer? I've been looking for her.
I'm sure she'll probably be at maybe a festival or two. I don't know.
Probably a festival. I would definitely go.
That's what I'm saying, because she has a good voice. Like I would like to hear her live and see what her stage presence is like.
Ooh, she should go on tour with Tim's. I would like that.
Ooh, okay. First off, let me tell you right now. Okay,
if they do that, I need a royalty because I put that together. That's what I'm gonna tell everybody. I put that tour together.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. I'm here for it. You just make sure you get us set up for VIP. Get us set up for VIP.
I got y'all. Every state we in, I got y'all. Don't even worry about it. As long as they got me, I got y'all.
There you go. I wanted to go back to Flow real quick and just say, like, I really like their sound. They give me like a young Destiny's Child or like 3LW type of vibe, and their videos are like super cute. So I think they really are doing something with their self. So just shout out to Flow.
I'm just glad we know their actual name now because I for sure thought they were called the Lead. I for sure thought they were called the Lead. I was like, oh, that's a cute name. I like that. But Flow is fine.
That would be cute.
Is Flow their initials or some shit? Like Felicia, Lauren,
I don't know.
Ophelia? Like what are the
Ophelia? I thought Olivia, but
Ophelia. Okay, whatever. I'll be over it. It's fine.
That is so Shakespeare. Like
right. I was just about to say that. Okay. But next up on the docket, we got movies. So I know that the streets have been buzzing about this new movie called Hustle. Have you guys seen it?
Yeah, it's decent.
Yeah,
it's decent.
It's on Netflix, starring Queen Latifah and Adam Sandler.
Well,
it's really good.
Okay, my thing with basketball movies is that like there's always a ceiling with them. Like it can only ever be so good because like you kind of need to kind of capture the game a certain way. Because the thing is that at the end of the day, it is still about basketball, and I know you have a story to tell. But like I'm looking for certain basketball things. But they had a lot of current NBA stars in it, and Juan Hernan Gomez is a current NBA star as well. So I mean, they definitely paid the NBA homage very well, for sure.
They had everybody and their daddy in there as far as NBA players. Like everybody was in there.
Bron wasn't in there.
Do they put the names?
Steph Curry wasn't in there.
I wouldn't know who it was unless it's like I could probably recognize 10 basketball players.
No, Trae Young was in there. Ant-Man was in there.
At the end, when they were rolling the credits, they said like Trae Young asked themselves, and it was like all the basketball. It was practically half the NBA in there.
It wasn't that many. It wasn't that many. It wasn't even that many.
But anyway, regardless, it was a good story. It was a very good story. And I like how they incorporated like when they had to do the whole BOA challenge, how like they incorporated like today's time people are utilizing social media to get themselves out there. So it wasn't just your standard kind of like flat, like, oh, get into the combine. That's the only way to do it. Like, I just like the movie overall. It's kind of like a comeback kind of story, you know, for Adam, for Bo and all them. So I liked it. I thought it was really good.
No, it did. I mean, it was definitely better than The Way Back because there was like a movie, like a basketball movie, similar to that.
I never finished that.
You didn't need to. It wasn't great. So look, I fuck with Ben Affleck. Like I do. I fuck with it, but like it wasn't all that.
It wasn't that. No. It wasn't that.
Okay.
If it was dope, I'd tell you if it was dope. But it wasn't that.
Yeah.
So what do y'all think about Spiderhead?
That was fucking
trippy.
That movie was trippy.
I was just about to say trippy. I was just about to say
that's the number one word to describe it.
If you're gonna drop some acid, that's not the movie for you to watch. You may never come back because that movie is wild.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, it is. I was asking for Dave's question the whole time. I'm like, so wait, what? And then it's just like, and then when you finally start putting the piece together, you like, the F is going on here. Like, it was crazy. Shout out to Chris Hemsworth.
But you know what's fucked up about that movie is that it's probably real life. That's probably going on somewhere.
It probably is
right now. Right? Like there is somebody right now with the lab, with the resources that is doing this shit right at this moment.
Off the coast of somewhere, all secluded. You don't know what's
exactly. Where do people get these concepts from? They have to be from somewhere. Like this shit is really happening somewhere.
Yeah.
I mean, absolutely.
I'm just mad at the end because it's like I wanted him to like have to face the consequences of what he did, but you
did. He faced the consequences right in the mountain. He faced them.
I mean,
right in the face. He faced them.
That's an easy way out, though.
It's not. He was. I felt like he was in a lot of pain before it all went down. You know, like I'm sure he was. So no. I think he faces consequences just as it should have been. Because remember, the reason that he went through all of this is because of the trauma that he experienced as a young man. So I felt like he had suffered enough. So it was time for him to just expire. I preferred that.
Maybe so. Shout out to Journey because that woman can act like she's just. I've loved her since she was in Eve's Bayou, and she has just grown so much as an actress over the years, and just following her career. Like
she can
do no wrong.
I mean, honestly, Roll Bounce was one of my favorites with her in it for sure. Like I love
really out of all movies.
Well, I enjoyed Roll Bounce. It took place in Chicago. I can't be upset at that. Chi-town.
That was it was like a coming of age for her. That's when she was like transitioning from like the kid actress to become more an adult. Same with like Megan Good and everything, like a lot of them in there. But no,
but she can act circles around Megan Good. Like Megan Good can't act around a fucking paper bag. Like
don't do that.
But this is a lot of slander. I liked her in Harlem.
Right, don't do that.
But I liked her in Harlem.
No, she was good in Harlem.
She was good in Harlem.
Right.
I'm not talking about I'm not talking about her comedic prowess. We're not talking about that. Yes, she can be funny. Oh, that's great. I'm talking about a serious role where she needs to carry a film with her acting, and you know it's gonna be shitty. You already know before you turn it on. Before stop it. Don't even try. That's like when they used to have those videos of Sierra doing all that singing, and you were like, what song is this that she could possibly be doing? She's like the Sierra of acting. You know, like it looks good.
Did you see Sierra's video?
Not the Sierra.
Her video is so good. Her video is so cute.
I love me some Sierra though.
Oh, Sierra's amazing. Megan Good is. I enjoy Megan Good too. I just don't want to see her do it. Like, okay,
Megan Good definitely got far because she's fine.
Let me ask you this question: if Megan Good
as do a lot of women.
If Megan Good was in Lovecraft Country, would it have been as good? If she was in Journey's position in Lovecraft Country, would it have been as good? Okay, there we go. Thank you. We're done here, and we're done, and that's all I need to say. We move on. So we can move right along.
But that happens for men too as well because.
But why have to tear one down?
Tell the truth, Shane. Michael B. Jordan is not a good actor.
No, not at all. I tear them all down. I don't give a fuck. If you're not good, you're not good. Because the thing is that there are too many people.
He's fine. He's just not a good actor.
Correct. Because the thing is that there are too many people that are good, that are excellent at what they do, that don't get the shine. So if you're not good, we can say you're not good. I didn't say you are not entertaining. I didn't say I don't enjoy you. I didn't say I wish anything ill of you. It's just that if you're not good, you're not good.
If you're not good, you're not good. And that's just all it is. Matter. And I love Michael B. Jordan movies. I'm watching.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
But
seen every last one of them.
Yeah. And repping for the culture. But yikes. On that note, we're going to switch things over to some fun things to do. Now, this segment is dedicated for this week, clearly for the couples on some good date night, date day option.
I wonder how you came across this information.
Funny.
I wonder how you came across this information. Was it firsthand?
I wonder. I can tell you, I ain't been on no date.
Exactly. I haven't been in Dallas in quite
but,
some time. I haven't been in Dallas in a while.
Me either.
Well, y'all know I pride myself in being a great producer, and as a great producer, sometimes you have to get in the field and do market research.
Oh, of course,
so
not get in the field, not field work.
Fuck out of here. Anyway.
So I use my hard-earned money to put gas in my tank and travel 2 hours north to Dallas, so that I can provide y'all with.
You gonna sit up on this podcast and lie like that? Yes, that is true. That is true, but that is quite an omission. You did not do this for the better good of the podcast.
What did the lady say on Beyonce's internet?
The truth, shame the devil. Don't do that on Beyonce's internet. I can't believe you just gonna lie like that, Leslie. What? Because that was crazy. It wasn't a lie.
Did you go by yourself? Were you there by yourself while you were doing this research?
Because I had to drive so far up to Dallas, I needed to go further while I was in Dallas.
Oh, certainly, of course.
I had a driver who took me around to all these
Let's just
places.
go to where these dates happen. Tell us.
Come on, tell us.
Where can we go? Where can the people go for a cute little date day activity in Dallas?
So my honey took me to the Dallas Farmers Market, which is really super cute. Like it's super cute, super big.
Is there only one farmers market in all of Dallas? There's only one. That city's big as shit. There's only one.
That I don't know, but this one literally is called Dallas Farmers Market.
Okay,
like
that's a very valid point, Tristan.
That city's big as shit. Like, that city is like the fifth largest population in the U.S. You telling me there's only one? That's insane.
I mean,
y'all niggas only got one.
I'm sure there's more.
Okay.
This one is like the official, right? Okay. So you walk in, it's all these cute little like places to eat, restaurants and all that good stuff. And then you keep walking back outside. And that's where they had like everything out there. So I ended up buying some really cute books for my nieces and nephew because they're coming in a couple weeks. Really cute children's book that were written by this Black woman. She illustrated them herself. She signed their names on everything. So super cute and personalized. I love supporting her. And then also bought like some cinnamon tea or whatever. He gave us a shot of it. It tasted so good. I was like, you know what? I'm a support. Here goes my money. Take that. But no, it was super cute. A lot of people were there. Of course, it was hot, but you can just walk inside if you got like overheated being outside or whatever. But it was super cute. And then we ended up going to. It was an art exhibit that had been there for a couple weeks, and Sunday was the last day it was going to be there. By an artist, I believe he's from New Zealand. This is like my honey's like one of his favorite artists, so he was really psyched to go or whatever. It's called Banksy. And the name of the exhibit was Banksyland. So really cute, like abstract graffiti type of pieces and stuff like that. And just how they had the whole setup.
Is the really black man from New Zealand?
No, he's white. Well, the thing is, he keeps his identity like concealed. Yeah, but the thing is, like, there's one like picture of him where he's doing an interview, but he had like his face like covered up from here.
So he's Sia.
You can clearly see white skin.
He's literally Sia. Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah, the male version. But
that's how I would be if I was an artist. Because I don't want to be famous. I would just want to be wealthy.
True. That's
I don't need niggas to see my face.
But like people know what Sia looks like. We've seen pictures, girl. We know what you look like.
I have no idea what Sia looks like.
Oh, it's not hard to find out.
But you saw her in concert.
No, because yeah, how was that? Was her range incredible, as they say?
I still can't believe you said that. I was like, why the fuck would you say I went to a Sia concert? The only song I know is Chandelier.
For those who don't know, so a couple of weeks ago, Sean went to the Sid concert, SYD. Sid is the lead singer of the internet. Okay, right. So when she was talking to Leslie ahead of time, she said, I'm going to a concert. Sean told me, but I just didn't think to ask. And I was like, well, who's she going to see? She was like, what I heard was Sia. You said Sean went to go see Sia. So you telling me that Nishana Armstrong paid for some tickets to go see Sia? I was like, ain't no way. I don't even believe it. Not confused.
The thing is, she said she was going Brielle, like Brielle like invited her. So I'm thinking, oh, Brielle's into Sid. Sean's going just to, be a good friend so she don't have to go alone. Like I thought that like this is a Brielle thing. She just wanted to support her.
It was definitely not it. Not at all.
And then, but then better yet, the fact that woman was on tour, she don't tour ever. And then she just happened to come to the DMV that day. Yeah, she never tours. That woman never tours. She barely leaves.
DMV is a big city.
She barely
If
leaves.
you're gonna tour somewhere, it's gonna be the DMV or New York or LA.
That's real. That's real. We did not ask the venue. That's a good point.
Ooh,
right.
I do have a fun thing to do that I did not add on the docket, but I totally just thought of it. And sadly, you can only do it for a limited time. So backstory, this past weekend, I went to New Orleans, and while I was there, I got another nose piercing.
It's beautiful.
I went to a Black owned tattoo shop. Okay. Come to find out, this is the first Black owned tattoo shop in the country.
How did they verify that? That's impressive.
The owners had told me. I don't know. Okay, they said they've been open for 45 years. It's the first Black owned tattoo parlor and the first tattoo parlor in New Orleans.
Did Dennis Rodman ever go there and get a tattoo?
I don't know, nigga.
I just got really excited. You said the Black tattoo parlor. I was like, maybe
I was super duper excited. It's called Art Accent. AART accent ACCENT. And it was so fucking cute. I wanted to meet the owner, who was this older lady. I want to call her. I wouldn't guess the age, but could be our grandmother.
Was she super tatted?
She still does tattoos. Oh, yes. Wow. And she still does tattoos at the shop, but she was not there the day that I went because there was a big car accident and she said, fuck it, I'm not coming to work. She wasn't in the accident. It just made a lot of traffic. Good. So she said, fuck it, I'm not going to work. But why I said it only is a limited time, because they are about to shut down at the end of the end of next month, because the venue where the building is not allowing them to renew their lease.
So are they gonna look to move to a different space?
Exactly. No, not at this time. They're closing down for right now.
You said the lady's a lot older.
That was so dope. Yeah, she could be our grandmother. I don't want to give her a number, but she could definitely be our grandmother.
Okay. Yeah, that's a bummer.
Yes, but if
I would have known that while I was there, maybe I would have done something.
Now I feel like I need to go get a tattoo now.
Like hurry up
in a month, exactly.
Yeah, like if you're
because if I'm gonna go anywhere, I might as well go there.
Because I'm gonna tell everybody, you know where I got this piercing, the first Black owned shop in the country, you know. I think that's really dope history though. That's really cool. And I didn't even know that the first Black owned tattoo shop was in New Orleans. So that's cool. And it's still standing.
Really dope.
Absolutely. I think we should do a little bit of profile piece on this, maybe. Like, hey, listeners, if y'all want to get a profile piece on this, let us know. We'll put a little package together just for them before they close, because that's truly monumental. That's wonderful.
Aww.
If you're in New Orleans, make sure you stop by before the end of the month. And if you're in Dallas and you're trying to go on a little bay date, make sure you go to the places that Leslie suggested, because clearly it was a good old time.
Clearly.
Got Leslie over here glowing on a Tuesday.
Exactly. She said, I don't need the sun to do wonders for my skin.
The club going up. What's his name?
Matt McConan. I love McConan.
He still got songs.
I mean, I imagine so. I don't really know. I don't check him out.
You said you love him, like you got him.
No, that's his name. That's his name. I love McConan.
That's his name.
That's his name.
Bro, I thought you were saying you love him. I'm like, well, you the one said you love him and you don't know what he's doing.
That's his name. That's his name.
Fun fact: the producers said they recorded that his entire project in like a day, like
on a Tuesday.
And that's a fun. So that was the next question, but he's like, "Dang, I can't remember." But he didn't remember though. But he was like, it was his first time meeting him, and he said they just started vibing. He said we recorded the whole project in a day. He was just cool people. So
I ain't gonna lie, every time I hear that song and it's Tuesday, I have a certain sense of joy. And then like Tuesdays used to be karaoke day, so I'd always play it.
Oh yeah,
going up.
Those are the good old days.
Tuesday.
But maybe if he would have did more than one day on his album, he would have had more singles that hit. I don't know.
Well, that's fucked up. That's fucked up.
Well, on that
day, exactly.
Recess.
It's time to shut things down for the day. But before we leave you, we want you to go make sure you go on our TikTok, go on our Instagram. You know, please engage with us, man. We love to hear things from our listeners. We get a few things here and there. We could use a few more. You could use a few more.
Wait, I got a question for the listeners. If I pussy pop on a handstand, will I get more followers?
Yeah,
now,
absolutely.
Will we give votes?
Absolutely.
Will we give votes? I don't know if I can do that, but I can try.
I just feel like if they want us all to do it, I feel like they're not gonna be happy if I do it. They're gonna be like, well, that was.
I don't think they want.
Nobody wants that.
Might,
Nobody wants
we're
that.
We're gonna broaden.
You can stand there in the middle and give them like the you got served little like thing thump that they don't you got served.
I think what they want is they want us to be on skates and get a good love situation going. That's what they want. They want us. They want y'all to be the city girls. They want me to get some usher shit. They want us to get on skates. That's what they want.
Okay, so y'all can do that, and I'm gonna just be the girl twerking in the corner because I don't want to really get on the skates.
You gotta redo the video,
but I got a good twerk.
I'm going skate on Saturday, so I'm gonna get my little.
I gotta wait till my ankle heals up, but after that, I'm be right back.
What you did to your ankle? You rolled it?
No, man. Well, I may have, and not even on the fucking skates. Jumping down the steps like a dumbass, running down the steps, just running down the steps.
Who told y'all 32-year-old self to jump down some?
No, I didn't jump all the way down. I was with the dog. I was running, and then I did something funny to it. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be just fine. Either way, guys, please, yes, check us out on the Twitters, on Instagram, on the Facebook, just on all the mediums, man. We're there. We're here to engage. We want to get up with you. On Spotify and Apple, we are. On the Google Podcast and on YouTube, you can see our beautiful faces, not just hear our voices. It's a wonderful thing. Either way, guys.
Interesting. Thanks.
I'm sorry, what did you say?
Nothing. It's been Shine the Don.
I thought you were trying to tell me how beautiful I was, but I appreciate that.
No.
That's fine, whatever. Either way, guys, until the next time, I've been Tris.
Girl, Les.
Shine the Don.
And even though the party may change, the vibe remains the same. We out, y'all.
Bye.